thank you for being with us today. We really appreciate it. So this is going to be a very short annual meeting. We're required to have it by our bylaws. So the first thing I want to do is just go through a very quick synopsis of our year. So we were really busy this year, and people have asked, well, what have you done this year? Well, we had our quilt event at the library in January, and if you see the quilt in the back, it's from the 1920s. The Chamber of Commerce commissioned the quilt, as far as we can tell, and there's all the businesses that were on Madison Street and Roosevelt Road in the 1920s. So one of the things that we're doing now is we're going to recreate that quilt. So what we want to do is create a quilt for the businesses and create a quilt for the residents. So if anybody's interested in buying a square or a block, please talk to me after our program. So we'll also have this again in January at the library. So it's our big quilt event. In May Day, we had our celebration over at the cemetery and the community center. We really want to thank the Village of Forest Park, thanks Mayor, for allowing us to use the community center to have our big celebration. So there's the monument, and then there's our volunteers, and then we had an amazing program. We had speakers, we had musicians, and we will be doing that again on Sunday, April 28th. So it's our May Day celebration, but we do it on the weekend. So please join us. And then in July, we had our very first house and garden walk. So these are some of the beautiful homes in Forest Park that were part of our house and garden walk. We're going to do that again this July, so look for the banners up on Madison Street. In September, we had our progressive dinner, and Dove Ice House made our logo out of ice. That's the one on the far left side. If you look at the top, that's we started out at McGaffer's for drinks and appetizers. Then we went to the Golden Steer for dinner, and then we ended at Meadows Ice House for our dessert. So it was a great time. We sold out, just like we did with the garden walk. So the more the merrier, so please join us. And then today is our Veterans Day program and also our annual meeting. And the Forest Park Historical Society has started an oral history project. And Nancy Cletta is why we're doing this. So we did it last year, and now we've added to it. So our program will just keep adding our veterans from Forest Park to our list. So, okay, so that's what we've been doing. So who is a member of the society? Could you please raise your hand? Okay, so I need you guys to participate now. So, our bylaws state that we have to have our annual meeting in October. So at the October board meeting, the board voted to move that to, say, autumn, right? Because this event has become popular, so not to have two events in a row, we're combining our annual meeting in with this event. So I need a vote from the membership.
I move to accept that we change from meeting in October to the autumn of every year.
I'll second that motion.
All right, thank you. Okay, all in members, all in favor, raise your hand. Okay. Any nays? Any abstentions? Okay, so from now on, our annual meeting will be held in conjunction with our Veterans Day program. Okay, so we also have to have an election. The board of the society came up with a slate with having me, Terry Sema, continue as president, Chris Everett, stand up, continuing as vice president, Gwen Gregory. Where are you, Gwen? Okay, there's Gwen for secretary, and Jill Wagner, stand up, please, for treasurer. So, do we have any nominations from the floor?
Hey, Glenn, come on back.
Move the nominations be closed.
Second?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor? Aye? Any nays? Abstentions? You're abstaining, okay. Come talk to me after this. Okay, so these are your officers for coming year. Thank you. So we are losing some very influential people from our board because they maxed out their terms. So we all serve 3-year terms with a maximum of two terms. Right, so I would like to thank Jerry Gordon, stand up there,
I'll do that, thank you.
for his exemplary service to our society. We would not be where we are without his leadership. He has been a mentor to me with taking over the leadership of the society, and I can't thank him enough.
Thank you.
But Jerry has something new that he wants to introduce as part of the structure of supporting the society.
Friends, I would like to propose that we organize an organization, the Friends of the Historical Society of Forest Park. I think the Historical Society is a very important part to any community. You know, we study our past so that we can understand our present, so that we can shape our future. Study the past to understand the present, to shape the future. And we're in a room today that really speaks to the past of our community. This could be the best historical museum inside our village, and it doesn't project itself as such. Up behind us, or in front of us rather, on the stage, we have memorabilia from the Civil War. We have flags, musical instruments, weaponry, and a roster with names in their own cursive handwriting of the men from this community who served to save the Union. And we have the names of individuals from our community who served in the Great War, which ended 100 years ago today, and also in the Second World War. And I think it's important that we keep these names with us. And perhaps a way to do that is to form as Friends of the Historical Society. So we would be volunteers to assist in these various programs. Beautiful house and garden walk, the progressive dinner, the May Day memorial celebration. And we need bodies to be there to help. Also, it's very important that we reach out to people and ask people to make a donation of their time, their talent, and their treasure to keep our Historical Society institution active. Communities have needs, and communities form institutions to meet those needs. And I think our Historical Society meets a need inside our community. So I would like to assist. Perhaps they don't have the time to serve on the board, or like myself, have done 6 years on the board, and they need to step off. That's the bylaws. You still want to be active. I hope that you would approach, give me your name, and we'll start off. And we want to make sure on Giving Tuesday, which is coming up later on in November, we'll be doing phone calls to reach out to individuals who belong to the society, to remind them to renew their membership to the society. And sometimes you call Minnesota, sometimes you call Arizona, sometimes you call California. Make sure people don't forget their own roots. So I'm looking forward to being a friend of the Historical Society, and I hope you'll be my friend too. All right, thank you.
We have a certificate of appreciation to Jerry and all of his future time that he wants to spend. We have 2 more people that we want to honor, or organizations. And Jill Wagner, can you come up, represent the Forest Park Review? So our certificate of appreciation for the Forest Park Review is because they have been wonderful in giving us publicity for all of our events. And Jill writes this wonderful column every week, it seems, about different pieces of history of Forest Park. And we really appreciate it because everybody reads the review, right? Yes?
Yes.
It gives us additional information about our village that people don't know. I've been here 57 years, and I still learn something every time I read Jill's column. So thank you, and please extend our thanks to the review.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so now we're going to start our program. So we just need a little bit of time, 2 minutes, to change over the slides, and I would like to welcome the mayor up to the podium and to give us a welcome and some of his words.
Thank you, Sharon.